All right. Welcome, everyone. Atma Namaste. All right, let us begin with an invocation. Please close your eyes, stay seated in a comfortable position. Relax your mind, your body, your breath. And as you close your eyes, just let all thoughts go from the morning, from yesterday, from the days that have passed, and just allow yourself to be present here with your breath, with your mind, with your body. As you breathe slowly, as you breathe deeply, allowing your breath, your slow, deep breath to slow down your mind as well. Consciously inhaling deeply and slowly, and exhaling completely. No short breaths, no half breaths, full and complete breaths just for a few seconds. As you breathe, notice how your belly expands and notice how it softens. And bring to mind any higher power that you believe in. And in your mind, you can repeat this invocation after me to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the holy angels, spiritual helpers, and all the great ones, to our Holy Guru, Master Choa Soi. Thank you. Thank you so much for your great, great blessings that are always with us. Thank you for this opportunity to heal ourselves, to heal our past, our present, and our future, to heal our lives, our relationships, our health, our work, our money, our finances. Thank you for helping us heal our karma from all areas of our life. Thank you for the courage to come here and be present consistently for doing these practices. Thank you for allowing us the time to spend with you and with ourselves. Thank you for the healing. Thank you for the love for each and every person who's present here right now and who will be watching this later. I humbly request to assign angels of love, forgiveness, gratitude, and healing to every single person present so that we can be blessed and we can be truly and completely healed. Thank you. Thank you for the love, for the guidance, for the protection, and for the healing. Thank you. In full faith, so be it, so be it, so be it, and so it is. Take a nice deep breath in and out through your mouth. And slowly and gently, in your own time, open your eyes. Okay, all right. So today I thought let us talk about money and finances. We haven't touched upon this topic yet. So I want to ask you that when anybody says the word money, what is the first thought that comes into your mind? Don't overthink it. Just type in the chat the first word that comes to your mind when you think about money, when you think about wealth, finance. Abundance, okay. Love. What else? What else? Come on. There are 26 people over here. I should be getting 26 answers. Security, okay, wonderful. Prosperous, necessity, peace, okay, money is peace, wow. Independence, money to serve, okay. Confidence, yes, that's a good one. Anything else? No negative thoughts around money. I'm surprised. All are positive so far. Abundance, love, security, prosperity, peace, independence, confidence, service. Great. We've all healed our money wounds if we are not having any thoughts of scarcity and all that.
Survival.
Survival, yes. The reality, the truth. Okay, so money is something that, for some people, it does carry a little bit of a heavy energy. But Master Choa always taught us that money is not evil, right? Because that's how, we are able to come up with so many positive words when it comes to money, because the teachings are really embedded in all of us. But um, money is basically just very solid, very concretized energy, and it is a tool. And like all energy, it is meant to circulate, right? So we have to think of money like a river that flows very freely. It brings life to everything that it touches, right? It gives survival. It gives that, you know, fuel to keep going and to keep doing, right? But if you hoard up the money, if you create a dam and you start storing it, then it becomes very stagnant, right? Like in a dam, the water is quite stagnant. And that stagnation in the money becomes toxic over time, right? There needs to be a proper circulation of money if we want to, keep that flow of money healthy and going well. And I think we're seeing this in the market a little bit. I don't know how much it is in India, but here in Indonesia, though, we are seeing it a lot where there's a lot of this hoarding that is happening in the top, and it's not flowing downwards to the normal people, and they are all suffering. So how do we create this flow, right? It starts with everything starts with our thoughts. And in pranic healing also, we have understood and we have learned that thoughts are that first point of creation, right? A thought creates an emotion. Emotion triggers like an energetic vibration. The vibration inspires some sort of action to be taken, and then that action manifests in the real world, in the material world. So where your intention is going to go, where your thought is going to go, the energy is going to flow over there. So if every thought is creating our reality, our manifested reality, then what stops us from thinking about money all the time and watching it magically appear? What is it that stops us from manifesting money all the time and see it appearing in our life again and again and again? What do you think it is? What kind of thoughts are coming in the way of seeing money appear in our life? Come on, anybody, unmute yourself. Lack of abundance, but yes, how does lack of abundance also show up? Insecurity, okay.
No trust,
Fear,
no trust in the ability to accept what is going to come up, right?
yeah. Trust, lack of trust,
There's fear
yeah.
also. There's fear
Fear,
also.
insecurity, fear, yes. Yes. So all of this is nothing but we ourselves coming in our own way of seeing that money being manifested, right? So the thing that blocks the river of abundance to keep flowing is our own doubt, our own fear, our own, deeply rooted scarcity wounds, which consciously we may not, bring about those thoughts, but unconsciously, if you're still feeling it, ki, Arey, I'm doing so much, but why isn't the money coming to me? Then that is also like a wound, a deeply rooted fear that is still there in our energetic system. So we say we want money, but then the underlying vibration, if it says stuff like, what if I lose it all? What if this money comes to me and then suddenly one day it's not there? What if I'm not skilled enough to earn that much? Or if I get rich, then maybe people will judge me. They will come asking me for money, because we've seen that. We've seen in the past, maybe our parents had too much money and then people would come and like, ask, can I borrow? Can you lend me some money and all that? And then we'll just have to keep giving and asking for our money back and stuff, right? We don't know what is there in our subconscious based on everything that we've experienced in our life. So these money wounds, they come from different places, right? One of them can be what you saw growing up, your childhood conditioning, that we cannot afford this, don't spend here, this is too expensive, or, rich people are just greedy, having too much money is bad. This all creates like money wounds and scarcity mindset, right? Then we have like past lives, right? What kind of vows, what kind of wounds we went through when we were in another lifetime. Maybe we took a vow of poverty कि मेरे को कभी इतना पैसा चाहिए ही नहीं. I don't want to be so wealthy and rich. It's of no use. It's of no good. And we just said that mentally in our mind, and it just like started showing up in our life. This lifetime where like no matter how hard we work, no matter what we try, the money doesn't come to us. So Master Choakok Sui kind of shattered all of these wounds, right? Like he taught us ways in which we can like break all these myths that we carry in our own mind. He taught us that any spiritual person with money can do more good in the world than any spiritual person can do with no money, right? And so he always encouraged, he always taught us techniques and ways in which we can, manifest more. Because when, and again, I'm referring to Master Co's podcast as well. The link is there in the group. So do watch it because it was a very insightful podcast. Even he said that, if you think that money is bad, then one is you're not giving yourself the freedom. A person who has the freedom of movement, of flexibility, of time and money go hand in hand, right? The more money you have, the more time you have to do things that you really want to do. That is true abundance, right? And so when we get the time to do whatever we want to do, then one of that is being spiritual and spending time to meditate and to do all the practices that, will bring us closer to God. So, and then the more we do that, the more money we can generate, right? So it's never a bad thing. In fact, it gives us more freedom and flexibility. Whereas a person who's just, earning money to meet their survival needs is not going to be like, what spirituality and what, meditation? I don't have time for all that. I'm just here earning money. I want to like, just spend my time going out there and, fighting for my bread. So that's why it goes very hand in hand. Money and spirituality always go hand in hand. Another thing that could block us from manifesting more is that fear, right? Like being cheated or um, putting up like, any sort of walls, that if I give too much, then like, how will it come back to me? Or I have been cheated in the past, I have been betrayed in the past, people have taken away money from me. So I cannot really trust when I give the money. And that stops that natural, inflow and outflow of money, that circulation of money. And then there could also be ancestral karma, right? Which is if there are patterns of always taking loans, always going into bankruptcy, always having a sudden loss suddenly through, some or the other way, either a scam or, being cheated or whatever it is, right? So if you've seen a pattern being passed down in your family, that also could affect the way that you look at money. So when you carry all of these wounds, it collects in your energetic field, and then your energetic field starts projecting that fear. Again, very unconsciously it happens. And because you are projecting that fear, and because money is energy, if you're constantly complaining about it, fearing it, or hoarding it, saving it for yourself, then money will not flow to you as well, right? You are also energetically repelling that flow of money. So, why is it that we go through all these financial struggles, right? Sometimes we go through all this and we don't really understand why is it happening. But it is all some sort of an unpaid karmic debt. And most often it is the universe trying to teach us a lesson, the right way to use wealth. It's teaching us the law of karma, that whatever seed you plant, that is the seed that you will get, right? So if you have planted a mango seed, you cannot expect an apple tree to grow from there. You will sow what you have planted, like you will receive the seed of what you have planted. So if you want money in your life, you have to plant the right seeds of money. And one of that, which very wonderfully has been explained, is through tithing, right? Through giving to others. So who knows what tithing is? If somebody can describe it for us over here, it will really help everyone to understand. What is tithing?
It is
Smriti ji, you want to share?
one
Yeah, sorry.
tenth of 1/10 of our income, whatever we receive.
Okay, 1/10 of our income. What? What about it?
So we need to give, donate, help, or do something good with that money.
Yeah,
Give it to our parents, give it to our siblings, and to people who are in need.
right, right.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Smriti ji, is there anything you want to share?
I just want to ask one question. Like we are
Hmm.
discussing about money. Now
Hmm.
the how to earn this money. मतलब हर एक का कर्मा अलग है. We are doing some job. कोई किसी का बुचरी शॉप है, किसी का मंदिर की सामान बेचने का शॉप है, किसी का लिकर शॉप है, किसी का रेस्टोरेंट है. The way the money is coming to our house, does it matter? The work in which we are into, like sometimes I feel कि मतलब ये अच्छा मनी नहीं है या ये बुरा मनी है या क्या है, मतलब some question like
Yeah,
that.
this all comes with your thoughts, the way that I look at it. Like, for example, I have grown up in a family where my
Mm.
family members have been selling alcohol. They have had alcohol stores, right? But we never saw it as something bad. We never saw it as something that is ill money. So it all depends on your thoughts and the way that you look at it. Every time, like, I have seen and I have guided also people who start businesses and stuff. They're like, but I'm not sure if I should be doing this or I should go in a spiritual path, and I should be doing healing because that is good for everyone. But agar sab sirf yahin par aayenge that I want to do good for everyone, then what do you mean? Like, is there no good in doing other things? So I don't completely agree with that, and everything is good. It's just what thoughts you put into it, because some people are starting businesses out of their need for earning the money for their family, and they did not see, like, for example, my family members, they did not see any other way. They thought that this was the most lucrative way for them to earn money at that time, because they saw that people are needing that, people are needing alcohol at that time, and so they pushed and did that part. They are continuing to do it. That is their responsibility. Once they understand the responsibility, and if they are still making that choice that I'm doing something bad, then maybe we're just blessing them and we're just hoping and praying that they understand that this is causing harm, more harm than more good. But we can only give blessings from our side, right? So good and bad is something that we are creating judgment towards. But essentially, if we put in the right energies into our work, into our business, not that people come to alcohol from, like, a place of harm, but they come to it from a place of, like, just it's helping them for the time being, right? For the time being, it is helping them. So it's different ways of looking at it. And recently, like, for example, my brother was starting an ice cream business, and I was like, just blessed that people are eating ice cream. We can think about it and we can be like, are sugar, are bad, this is going to be bad for people and all. But think about it in a way that how much joy you're bringing to families who are coming to your shop, and they are buying that that cup of ice cream that is filling them with so much joy. Think about the joy that you are creating in people's life rather than like, oh, this is a sweet thing and people have become conscious of eating sweets and is it really a good thing and all that.
नहीं, वन थिंग मोर, जैसे कि हम लिकर अल्कोहल को डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, तो अल्कोहल में जो ड्रिंक करके जाएगा उसकी फैमिली तो कहीं ना कहीं कर्स करेगी टू द शॉपकीपर कि ये
Why
दुकान
do we think so? So this is a thought. This is the thought. Alcohol also is a place where people are coming together and drinking. In a place like France, for example, when people buy wine, they are coming together and they're having a joyous time. It's how we look at alcohol. In India, alcohol has become it is draining people out and it has become a habit and it has become an addiction that we have started looking at it as a bad thing. Right? But in a country like France and stuff, they all come together for just enjoying and merriment. And it is an accompaniment to just normal food. And so are they getting addicted to alcohol? Not really. So it's the thought that you are putting into it, to putting into your business, into your work, and how that is getting projected onto people. If you keep blessing, if you keep putting the right intentions in your work, then you do it with full faith that it is reaching out to people in that way. Right? Agree or disagree?
नहीं, because one thing
I
is
mean, you spoke about the
नहीं,
butchery thing,
नहीं
right? And
नहीं,
today is
वन मोर थिंग, जैसे कि जो हमारे कंट्री में है, दे आर मतलब शॉप्स, हम फ्रांस का ले रहे हैं, देयर आर मतलब दे हैव दैट मनी, दे हैव दैट कल्चर, बट हमारे घर में, हमारे कंट्री में गरीबी भी है, वी हैव पॉवर्टी ऑल्सो हियर। तो जो मनी उनके बच्चों की पढ़ाई के लिए जाना चाहिए था, वो फादर जाके ड्रिंक कर रहा है एंड ही इज गेटिंग एडिक्टेड टू इट एंड ही इज नॉट पेइंग टू हिज फैमिली। एंड वो शॉप्स जो छोटी शॉप्स है, नॉट दैट की बार्स एंड ऑल दैट, वो वाली चीज को आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट, मतलब वो चीजें तो कहीं ना कहीं इफेक्ट करती है जिसका बिजनेस होता है।
Yeah, agree. And in that case, we can only give an understanding to somebody that, stopping the shop or stopping it from being sold, the person who is addicted to it will find it wherever they want to go. Right? They can try find it in a bar, they can find it in a permit room, they can find it in an alcohol shop, they can find it wherever. So
I can
it is,
realize this. I'm relating because my family was having this shop since
I
long.
know.
जो मतलब आई हैव दैट अवेयरनेस कि कहीं ना कहीं जो लोगों को मतलब स्मॉल पीपल लाइक रिक्शा पुलर और समथिंग लाइक दैट, ही अर्न्स द throughout the day and he drinks and he doesn't give it to his family and he's giving
So
it to us.
that is on him, right? Why do we feel like it is our responsibility? For example, if you are the one who owns an alcohol shop, why is it that you feel it is your responsibility that I should not be serving? And so, whatever he is drinking, it is my fault. आप अपने ऊपर ले रहे हो तो वो आपका कर्मा बन रहा है. But actually, it is his karma that he does not have control on himself and his needs and his desires, and that he is taking it to an extreme level. Right? So this conversation and discussion can go on and on. There is always going to be two sides because it is an intense conversation. It is not something that is small. This is about society and how we are serving the society. But then there are so many of us who are also coming here and we are doing good for the society as well, right? Like, for example, I am neutralizing the karma of my family with the work that I am doing. So we can do our best from our side, but not get entangled with each other's karma because that is where it creates more and more problem. Yeah. Nirmala ji and Geeta ji, you both have some questions or concerns. I think we will get late if we keep on discussing
we
this
can do it
topic.
later. We can do
So
it.
we will discuss it later. Maybe you can keep your questions for the next session. And I'll just continue with the practices as well.
I just
Okay.
wanted to know for how long will these sessions go on, and what is the day?
As of now, we haven't planned any end date. So abhi ke liye to chalta rahega.
So Monday, Wednesday, is
Friday.
it Friday?
Friday, yes. So we were talking about tithing, right? So one of you said that it is donating or giving 10% of whatever you earn to organizations, to spiritual places, to people in need. And giving creates an space, right? Like it creates an energetic vacuum in your system, in your space, in your energy field. So when you give, then the universe, by the law of karma, and also of just filling up that space and that void, will give you and give you more, right? But there is a secret to tithing as well, right? It is decreeing good karma. When you give, you do not just give the money blindly, right? You give it with intention. You decree it. Means what? That you are giving instructions to that wealth. You are directing the energy of money. So when you give, you also need to pray at that time that as I give this money, I decree that I am planting the seeds of prosperity, or this money is being blessed, or coming back to that example of alcohol, that it is helping all those who are addicted to alcohol, that all this good karma goes to those people who are, getting more and more sucked into the negative world by this, right? I cannot help and stop my business, but what I can do is send blessings to all those who are affected in a negative way by my business, right? So always, whenever you donate, firstly, whatever you earn, give 10% of it to a charitable organization, not only to your parents and family members and all that. That is separate. Ideally, you should be giving 30%, 10% of it to a charitable organization, 10% maybe to your family members, 10% to someone in need who you saw. But tithing is wherever you are earning the spiritual wisdom from, you give in that space as well, right? So when you do that, and when you tithe, and when you ask the spiritual master or the spiritual guru, for example, if you're donating to the Pranic Healing Ashram or you're donating to TTVT, you are also requesting that Master Chua, please help us in healing these money wounds, these prosperity wounds, these curses that have landed onto us, or wherever you feel there is a negative block, the money comes and it neutralizes the karma over there, right? And once we do that, we have to surrender. This is where we fail. We feel like, okay, now that I have given money, I earn the right for it to come back to me. It must come back to me. How come it's not here yet? Why isn't this coming to me yet? How come I'm not rich yet? I have been giving so much. But that desperation that we feel towards that money coming back as well is also a form of fear, because it constricts your chakras, it blocks your energy, and that again is blocking the flow of money. Okay, so it is a little bit of a cycle over there. When we give with our heart, and when we receive with our heart, and we surrender as well. So we have to trust the universe in the process. We have to trust God that if we have put in the effort, if we are planting the right seeds by doing tithing, by clearing negative beliefs, then we have to step back and we have to let that river flow on its own, while we are stepping back from it.
So
Okay?
I have a question here.
Yeah.
So can we tithe in small amounts? Like if I give my maid, in the beginning of the year, if I give her money for books, someone else, I give maybe for the work
See,
they have done
1 second. First, let me clear
extra.
out the difference between tithing and donation. Okay, tithing is 10% of whatever you earn goes to a spiritual organization, a place where you have received your spiritual advancement. The rest of it, right? 30% we give, 70% we keep for ourselves. The rest of it, after the 10% you have given to the spiritual organization, the remaining 10% or 10% you can give to, your helpers, whoever you feel is in need for it, whoever you feel is struggling in your family. Like for example, somebody fell sick, somebody is in need of money for school or college or whatever, like they are less privileged as you are, wherever you feel necessary. But the reason why they say tithing and donation different. Tithing, the reason they say is because if we are getting all this knowledge and we are understanding life and we are understanding the flow of money and we are understanding energy, we are getting all this knowledge, we have to give in that organization, so that the organization can also spread and let that knowledge spread across to everybody else as well, right? Like, for example, if your TTVT team is doing a lot of free sessions, right? They're doing free so that it can reach as many people. That money doesn't become a block for you coming here. But for those who have the capacity and who have the willingness to give to the organization first, and then give wherever you feel is necessary. So that is the kind of the balance and the difference
So
that we do.
giving
Yes, tithing is
TT,
regular, and
giving
donation.
TTBT and pranic healing are both tithing.
Yes, yes. TTBT is tithing, pranic healing organization is tithing, or any other organization, whatever you might be affected. Even giving to the temple, for example, is tithing. Giving to a church if you're Christian, giving to, your mosque if you're Muslim, all of that is tithing. Those are the places of where you get your spiritual connection and wisdom, right? Without that, how are you making progress in life? It's an important place where we learn so much.
मुझे ये
Yes.
पूछना था, सॉरी फॉर इंटरप्शन। जैसे
Yeah,
आपने बोला
बोलिए।
10% टाइपिंग करनी है वो इनकम की, इनकम अर्न। तो जैसे मैं क्लिनिक चला रही हूँ, तो मुझे उसके रेंट, बिजली का बिल वगैरह सब निकाल के उसके बाद मुझे टाइपिंग करनी है, या जितना मैंने अर्न किया उसमें से टाइपिंग करनी है? मुझे ये कंफ्यूजन है।
See, ideally, they say 10% give from your revenue, because then, it can help in growing your business. So it's up to you and what you feel is the right thing to do. I agree that, sometimes we have to let go of our expenses. And I have heard a lot of people say as well कि आप पहले अपने तो expenses देख लो और फिर उसके बाद जो बचे फिर उसमें से दे दो. But then I have also heard some organizations say that you must give, because then you get fueled. Your business gets fueled. So when you give, also give with the decree that it helps my business to grow, that I am never in short of money to give any tithing. इतना शॉर्टेज कभी
ओके
हो ही नहीं कि मैं ऐसे स्ट्रगल कर रही हूँ. तो
ओके
हर किसी का अलग अलग नजरिया है थोड़ा देखने का, बट वी हैव टू सी आवरसेल्व्स एंड आवर लाइफ एंड आवर सर्वाइवल एज वेल, राइट?
ओके ओके, थैंक यू
Yeah.
थैंक यू
So
फॉर क्लियरिंग माय
yeah,
डाउट।
last question. I know a person. Many people in I'm from means our temples are in Goa. I used to see that in Goa in the hundi, people used to come and put sacks and sacks of notes in the hundi. Okay, and I heard from someone that they consider the goddess there as their partner, business partner, and they have
Such a
kept
wonderful way of looking at it.
yeah. So what they do is they have taken a part of their income and they have said, whatever I earn from that, you're my business partner for this much percentage. And I have seen that happen actually in front of my eyes. And I was wondering, how can anyone give? And then we asked, they said that this goddess, because in Goa there are many goddesses, Mangeshi, Malsa,
Yeah,
and all
see,
those.
the thing is that what is happening is when we live in fear, then we are like, no, I need to save up this for myself because I'm worried about my survival. How will my business survive? How will I survive if I don't first withdraw for myself? But God says, first you give and do it as an offering to me. And once you have done it as an offering to me, I will take care of you. I will take care of everything. Can you have that level of trust towards me? That is the question over here. So whatever you are being tested for is also for that level of trust. All right, we have to cut short this now. It's only 10 minutes left and we need to move into the practice. Okay, I know this is a very interesting topic for everyone to discuss and we will continue the discussions in upcoming sessions. All right, so please join in. All right. Okay, everyone, please close your eyes first. Relax. And all these money worries, all these worries about finances, whether or not I'm doing the right thing, whether or not I'm giving enough, just let everything go for now. For the next few minutes, let all your thoughts go. Let all the worries go. And just become present with your breath. As you become aware of your breath, once again notice if there are still any thoughts lingering around and just park them aside for the next few minutes as we move into our practice. And if there's any person that has hurt you when it comes to money, or any person who you may have hurt intentionally or unintentionally when it comes to money, or through your business or through your work, just visualize them all together in front of you as a soul, as if the energy of all these souls is coming together and there is one big ball of light. Whether you hurt them intentionally or unintentionally, whether they hurt you intentionally or unintentionally, you visualize them all in front of you and surrender all your problems, all your worries to God, to the higher power, to the Supreme Being. The Supreme Power, the Supreme Being is always guiding us on the right path. Always blessing us with prosperity and abundance on the path that is right for us. If we did anything, if we started anything, any business, we were meant to start it. We were meant to learn from it. We were meant to grow from it. There is divine wisdom moving through all our actions. So if there are any negative thoughts, negative feelings, beliefs of what is good, what is bad, just let everything go for now. And to all these souls who are here in front of you, gently say Atma Namaste. Atma Namaste to every single soul who is present here. Every soul connected with me through all my incarnations. I, the soul, humbly salute the divinity within you. We're all children of God. We all make mistakes. I forgive you for all the financial hurt and pain you have ever given to me in this incarnation or any past incarnation. I forgive you even if you have cheated me, caused me losses, hurt me or my family, hurt my business, my property, or any asset. No matter what, I forgive you. I forgive you. I completely forgive you. And once again, to all these souls, say Atma Namaste. Atma Namaste. I, the soul, humbly salute the divine presence within you. We're all children of God. We all make mistakes. So please forgive me for my mistakes as well, for any hurt or pain I may have caused you. If ever in any lifetime I caused you financial losses, if I caused you any business problems, if I have stolen from you or made you addicted to the wrong things, if I have hurt you in any way, if I have hurt your money, your properties, your business, I was just doing my best with the awareness I had. I am truly, deeply, sincerely sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please, please forgive me. Also, see yourself as a soul. Forgiving yourself. Thinking about any negative thoughts or beliefs about yourself that you are holding on to about money. See yourself as a soul and say, Atma Namaste. I, the soul, humbly salute the divine presence in me. I am growing and evolving in this journey here on earth. I'm learning about the things that help me with my growth and my evolution. And in the process, I may have made a lot of mistakes. I may have hurt a lot of people. But I forgive myself. I forgive myself for all those mistakes, for holding on to any negative beliefs around money, or for having any fear around money. The fear of being judged, the fear of doing something wrong that is going to hurt me. I forgive myself for feeling a lack of money, holding on to any negative beliefs around money, having fear around money, or the fear of being judged, fear of being unsuccessful, fear of failing, fear of being cheated. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for carrying any guilt for earning too much money. That if I earn too much, there might be less for others. I forgive myself for all these past thoughts, words, and actions. And I forgive all those who may have influenced me in any negative way in the past. I also forgive all those who I am connected with in a relationship of love, who might be doing wrong. I ask for forgiveness even for them. I forgive myself and I forgive all those associated with me who might be hurting intentionally or unintentionally, who are unaware. I forgive all those and I forgive myself. I let go of all my past beliefs, all these missteps along my journey. May the Supreme God bless me with divine forgiveness. May the Supreme God neutralize all my negative karma. May peace be with me. May peace be with me. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. May all negative cords that might be connected to me be cut, cut, cut. To the Supreme God, to the universe, thank you so much for all your infinite blessings. Thank you for the light, the wisdom that has been flowing in my life, in my wealth, in my abundance. Thank you for all the flow of money that I have received so far. Thank you for all the lessons that have been hidden in my financial struggles, in my work, in my job, in my business. Thank you for this blessing to forgive myself, to have the courage to forgive myself for all past financial decisions, that no longer serve me. Thank you for the inner peace that reminds me that I am worthy of abundance, I'm worthy of prosperity. Thank you for the divine protection that always ensures I am always supported, always guided, always provided for. Thank you for showing me that money is a tool of love, of joy, of service, reflecting the flow of energy in my life. Thank you for the unwavering faith that abundance flows easily and effortlessly to me. May I release all guilt, all shame, and fear around money. May I trust the divine flow of prosperity and welcome it in my life with an open heart. May I use my wealth wisely and for the highest good of myself and others in the best possible way. Bless me so that I can do that. May I radiate gratitude, knowing that I am always aligned with the energy of abundance. May I walk forward with confidence, freedom, joy, trusting that all my needs are met with love and light no matter what I choose to do. Thank you. Thank you to this moment of healing. Thank you for blessing me with prosperity, and thank you for this power of gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you so, so much. In full faith, so be it, so be it, so be it, and so it is. To the Supreme God, to the Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you so much for your great, great blessings. Thank you so much for healing everyone present here right now. Thank you for the divine wisdom that is flowing through each and every one of us right now. To the angels, thank you for your love. Thank you for the guidance, for the protection. And thank you for helping us release all our negativity. Thank you for helping us forgive in full faith. So be it, so be it, so be it, and so it is. Take a nice deep breath in and out. And slowly and gently, whenever you feel ready, open your eyes. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing this practice with me. And I'm really sorry for taking